Cheers and aloha, Mr. God to you here. If some of you out there have spilt isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol, and there's two types. There's a 70%, which I spilt, and there's a 90% that's even stronger. You probably now notice you have a white stain on your furniture or hardwood floor, and you're freaking out. Oh my God, what am I going to do? The floor's ruined. Hold on, I'm going to show you with a couple of household items how you can fix this. It's not 100% perfect, but next to sanding and refinishing, it's as good as it's going to get, and it beats the death out of these perfume tricks that you see on YouTube, the olive oil and steel wool, the citrus fruit out of the Philippines. This here tops them all. Most people have this. If you don't have it, it's relatively inexpensive to go purchase it. And if you use exactly what I show you, it's not going to scratch your finish. Other things that you use in lieu of what I tell you to use will scratch your finish. So you can scratch it if you want. Go ahead. I can't see it from here. But use what I show you, and it's going to work. It's going to work real good. So it's kind of a long video, and to make it short as possible, I'm going to do my intro and exit right here. If this video helps you, please subscribe. Please click the notification button. YouTube wants you to have 1,000 subscribers and so many hours of watched video every year before you can use some of the neat features as a content creator. And I'll be producing other videos of things that people need to know how to do. So please click and subscribe, and I hope that you enjoy the video and it fixes your problem and you don't need to freak out that you've ruined your furniture or ruined your floor. Now this works with water-based finishes. This is not alcohol-based finishes. If this is an alcohol-based finish, it wouldn't be messing your furniture up as bad as what we're going to see here. So enjoy the show. This is a alcohol stain from some spilt isopropyl alcohol that I spilt on my desk. And the desk is really nothing special. It's just a 1.25 inch plywood top on a couple cabinets that I put casters on, and put some wood framing around the top of the cabinet to hold the desk in place. The desktop, I should say. And I got this because I was sick and tired of all the junk desks are out there. Anyways, back to the alcohol stain. I've seen some things on the internet. Shows steel wool, shows olive oil, shows perfume, shows some guy in the Philippines using some citrus. And we're going to see what works best on this, even if I have to make some new stains. And hey, if it goes bad, I'll just sand it and put an air coat on it. It's just a piece of plywood. First, we're going to try, believe it or not, shaving cream. Not just any shaving cream, but the Edge Gel. And the reason we're going to do this is because I've seen sticky rubber plastic taken get unsticky using this. So as you can see, we're putting a liberal amount on it. And now, through the miracle of science, we're just going to let it sit there for several minutes. And then we're going to take a rag and we're going to wipe it up and see what happens. And it's been about a minute, so I figured we better put a timer on this. So roughly 15 minutes has elapsed. Let's see what happened, if anything. Guess we could have shaved a couple times with the amount of cream we put down there. But you know what they say, you never want to drink of water till the well runs dry. kind of curious to see myself. Plus we had about a minute or so before I started that timer. And in case you're wondering how much pressure I'm putting down on this, I'm roughly putting 5 to 10 pounds of pressure downward onto the surface. Rubbing it, going with the grain, going in a circular motion, and you can see some of it's still there. See, it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Of course, it's not gone. But so far, a bang up start with something most people have around their house. So we'll let that air dry and see what it looks like later. So you can see most of it's gone, but some of it's still there. And well, I'm going to try one of my other favorite tricks to do things. We're going to use some Bon-Ami. And it's different from other products like Comet or Ajax or Barkeeper's Friend, because this one here, if you look at it, says it cleans without scratching. So this is stuff you want, except no substitutes. And we probably put down more than what we needed. And this works better as a paste. So I don't have an eyedropper or anything like that, but I got a straw and a cup of water. And we're going to make a little bit of paste here. And hopefully you didn't put too much water. Looks like we maybe put too much water. Now this washcloth I'm using is ones they sell at Home Depot. It's one of those kind of what they call microfiber cloth or something like that. Let's give it a little more. See what happens. Notice I'm going with the grain and some clockwise and anti-clockwise patterns. Wow, most of it's gone. See some still here and there. We've already determined we got too much fluid. Just keep telling yourself you're having fun while you're doing this. Not too bad so far. Let's go rinse this rag out and come back and give it an air wipe. So I started wiping up the thing before I clicked record. My bad. You didn't miss much. Now these two things most people have. If they don't, they're relatively inexpensive to purchase. And most places sell it. If not, you can always search online. And I cannot stress enough, don't use anything else besides Bon-Ami. Because, well, Ajax, Comet, and Barkeeper's Friend has abrasives in it. Even when you make it into a paste, that will scratch your finish. Now, that says it hasn't scratched. That's on glass and chrome and brass and things like that. So, The great thing about that Bon-Ami is it gets rid of water spots on glass, your windshields and things like that. But follow the directions on the can, and all tempered glass is not created equal. Some are lower grades of quality and it will scratch. So let's let this air dry and see what happens. And let's do this one bit further. Now let's let it air dry. Let this thing run. So I let this air dry and I put this cord thing around here. And the reason I did that is because when I look at this at an angle, I can see a slight etch line in the finish. Now this here was the tail, and it came around, and it came around here, and there. Oops. Actually, let me move this cord. It's messing with my line of sight. Okay, this is the tail and this is the outer side, and I'm running this right along where I can see the slight etch line. So I hope that helps. Of course, you gotta get an angle to see it. And the next thing in my arsenal, I was gonna try something else, tried and true. Some toothpaste, but I was out of the paste toothpaste, so I did not do that. So, Bon-Ami, edge, a little elbow grease, and let's see if we can get the same angle I had. Oh, I should have put something there. That Sharpie is about 2 o'clock position of that big thing if you're using the edge of the desk as 6 o'clock here. So I don't know if that showed up. So remember, isopropyl alcohol on wood finishes is not your friend. Got the thing. I left that pin exactly where it was. And looking down, I can see a faint outline. I think you can see it too. So it doesn't get it all away, but if you use furniture wax or floor finishes on your floor, it should hide it. Let's put it this way. If you had that on your floor before and you ended up with this now, you'd probably be tickled to death. Now, etch line that's in there that you can see, short of sanding that or recoating this, you're probably never going to get rid of it. And if you recoat, you should feather sand around that etch line anyways. What's probably happened there is the alcohol in the cleaning process removed a thin layer of where that white stain used to be, lowering the elevation of the finish that you see here. So angle at the right light coming across that area, you will see a slight outline. But the good news is, if you look at it and don't notice the etch line, now that it's been cleaned up, it still has the same sheen that you see here in that spot. It's just slightly lower. So, I hope that helps you all. Now, wasn't that easy? couple of household items. Tell you what, I probably just saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars of having whatever type of finish it was being refinished by a professional refinisher. If this helped you, because I don't have any of those nice features that YouTube won't let me have, yet because I need 1,000 subscribers, you can send a small donation to my PayPal account. It's mrgodtoyou@yahoo.com. I'll put the email address in the description. Hey, a couple, $3. Didn't cost you much to learn how to do it right. Saved your bacon. It's worth it. Cheers in the law.